Hey guys, alright, I'm gonna cover EMH tonight. I've been watching it for a long time. I know it's kind of a fan favorite of a lot of people in the group, and I love playing this stock, and I don't know, I think probably 10 people in the group are always constantly playing this, and there's got to be a reason for that, and I think one of the biggest reasons that I kind of noticed tonight is this stock is pretty severely range bound, so to speak. Just playing around with the charts, putting some support and resistance levels in, just finding some common numbers, either passed over or under on multiple times, multiple time frames, and a few different indicators. So I found 118 comes down, tests it here on a low, and tests it here on a low. This is on the 1 week time frame, and even when it did pop out of the kind of common resistance I found, which was 143 on this and 144 on this candle, it really came back and corrected itself, three trading weeks here, and then even on the bottom end here, the kind of low I found on the 118, this candle actually closed on 118 as well that day. So these are just similarities. These are kind of things that I always look for, little patterns that I try and look for. Starting to learn upward and downward trends a little bit better, but I've had good luck with just kind of horizontal support and resistance levels, and it's kind of something that I'm looking at. I'm learned about a little bit about inside bars and inside candles today on one of Chartman Dan's videos. So I'm kind of seeing this candle here as an inside candle of this one. So tomorrow I would be looking for some sort of bullish play. If I saw the price break over 134, obviously there could be a bearish play if the price breaks under 123. Now obviously, since we're coming actually relatively close to these support and resistance on the weekly, which is, it's a nice little swing there, 118 to 144, if you can capture a good chunk of that move over a couple of days, or even, I'm going to get to something else about the stock in a minute, but yeah, if you can catch that over a few days, that's a nice little swing trade. So we could possibly be coming into a bounce here, and then some sort of maybe follow through to some sort of bounce here. We kind of saw these tests and supports and kind of retests and breakthroughs and tests all through this. Obviously we had the big April legislation style run up, bull run, and then sell off, and then we came back down, and now we could possibly be testing this area and see a bullish run and increase to maybe some more range bound or some more news to a breakout. But for the most part, it might just get caught in here, but look, it does like to dip down, so there could be some sort of tests into this lower EMA, lower Bollinger. I also noticed that we're kind of on the squeeze a little bit on this weekly Bollinger right now, so maybe we're starting to catch a bit of consolidation here, and then we're going to maybe see another move to the upside or the downside. Let's go to the 1 day. These are another couple little patterns and similarities I noticed on this one. So same lines, 118, 144. I'm noticing these bottom Bollingers are really kind of respecting that. And then we come up here and we test on this one. So this is these are obviously representative of previous price action, and all of these things, all of this pattern is built prior to where we're at now. But if price history kind of precedes us, we could see a little short-term recovery or nice little range-bound play that could offer up 20 nice little bit there. So 36 cents. I might check out EMH tomorrow and watch in here for a breakdown or a test of 123 or a breakout of 134, but I wouldn't take entry until over, and there could be a possible 12-cent play or 10-cent play in there. So that's what I got for EMH. Volume's kind of slowed down here, still a little bit higher than relative volume. Some other things I noticed about EMH are it's providing actually a little dip play every day. I've found a nice little dip here, very unpredicted where it happens throughout the day, but we are finding some little 10-cent kind of dips each day on the downtrend. So those were I saw a lot of people make nice little plays off of those, take little profits off the table in the mornings. Morning here, in the afternoon, towards the end of the day. There was another one here, just kind of lunchtime little sell, and then there was a morning sell-off play here. Some of these are correlating right up to other support and resistance levels, other little gap areas in the prior run-up on the bull run. So these are good little things to keep an eye out for if this does become range bound. Because look, you've got like a sort of range here every day, projected range. Even some of these days you have little bull run, little gap up, little move up. So keep an eye out for those. Obviously today was a little bit of a dump. We came down, but then we saw a little bit of a push into close. So we're seeing a little bit of support in these areas. So possibly we could see this as the turnaround. It would be nice to not see it come all the way down and test 118. Maybe it could take off there, but this 118 would be a really good confirmation because it's touched so many wicks or candles along the way in a horizontal line. So I will definitely be watching either this for a break of 134 to head up, or I will be watching for it to come down here and test this 118. Confirmation would be, for me, I used to buy in anticipation, but I'm starting to learn and talking to people. Chartman Dan helped me out, saying, inside bars you don't buy in anticipation, you wait for confirmation. So the confirmation is purely just the breakout of that. Need to watch on an hourly candle, hourly chart a little more. I watch 5 minute one day, and I just really started watching the 1 week, and that kind of helped me today to figure out these kind of support and resistance levels. And then, as you saw, it progressed into 1 day, and now we're into 5 minutes, kind of 1 month chart. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing on this, and looking forward to maybe finding something tomorrow on a little bit of reversal here, or sit tight a little bit longer and see it come down and test these kind of 118. Well, this 118 level definitely. If there's a breakdown of 118, I would, if I had a position anticipating it, then I would be jumping out right away, just because it's touched it so many times. Depending on what time frame you're on, and of course, if you're in it for a little bit of a longer play, you can measure off the previous wicks on the other weeks. I think there was one big dip right here. We saw a dip down into this 103, so kind of off the whole dollar support level. So if you miss 118, you could be in for an 18-cent ride, down around this area, 12 to 18 cent ride. So yeah, that's what I got, and looking forward to seeing you guys and chatting with you tomorrow. All right, have a good night. Okay, bye.